Hey everybody, my name is Pat with Outsider Reviews, and we have just taken possession here in Montreal of a Nissan Ariya EV Platinum Plus. Now, what we're about to do is just take this all the way back north, 300 kilometers north, a little bit past Quebec City. So we're gonna go from Montreal to Quebec City. It's about -5 here right now. There's a little bit of snow coming down. I don't know if you can pick that up, but what's going to be interesting to see, this is going to be just a 300-kilometer drive, and we're going to see what it's like to charge it, because it's -10 back home, and we're going to see what it's like to charge it in the cold in right here in Canada's infrastructure. So stay tuned and let's go for a drive. Now this model is the 2024 Nissan Ariya Evolve Plus E-Force with the premium package. It has an 87 kilowatt of usable battery. Charging speeds is about 130 kilowatts per hour. So for 10 to 80%, it takes approximately 40 minutes. It benefits of the liquid thermal management system, which helps it in cold and hot weather. And in the US, it comes with 1 year free EVgo unlimited charging, which definitely comes as a plus. Here we are on board. I've reset the onboard computer about 4 minutes and 48 seconds ago. So it looks like our range is about 303 kilometers. We're at 97% charged. I set it to eco mode to see how it is. And if you see, I've input our waypoint right here. It says we have about 307 kilometers to do. So we won't be doing that on one charge. So we'll be making some stops to see how it charges anyways, and what the infrastructure is like. Otherwise, here's a quick glimpse of what the interior. I will say this gives me more like an Audi vibe than it does a Nissan vibe. However, we're going to do a full review later on. This is just our first impression and our first road trip back home. Now let's go. We just hit 50%. My range says I have about 170 kilometers left, and my trip is I have 129 kilometers till I get home. Temperature's warmed up. It's now 2 degrees Celsius because it's 11:25 now, so almost noon. So yeah, 2 degrees definitely helping us, as well as I'm still on cruise control. I've been traveling at 70 miles per hour, so 112, 113 kilometers an hour, and it's going pretty smooth. I don't feel a lot of wind. I don't think it's very windy. However, as far as the car handling, it's handling great. The advanced cruise control on this Nissan is, I'm very, very happy with it. I absolutely love it. One thing that is surprising me a little bit is I've been having a hard time getting these seats to be comfortable. And the reason why it's surprising is that these are the zero gravity seats. They're renowned in the automotive industry to be extremely comfortable, so I'm not sure, but I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll keep playing around with it, but I haven't been able to get myself to a comfortable position as of yet. So definitely let me know what you guys think, if you guys have a Nissan, and if you have any tricks to get this seats comfortable. But yeah, and that's basically our trip so far. Here's a quick look at the interior. Huge panoramic sunroof. This is an all-wheel drive vehicle. It's got the 87 kilowatts of usable battery, which is actually a pretty big battery. So that's why I was surprised at first just to see at 98% charge that we were getting about 300 kilometers of range. However, that was, they adapt. That was prediction by the driving you do. So whoever was driving it before, maybe they were driving it more aggressively, and maybe had it on idle quite a bit. So as of right now, yeah, 50%. I have 168 kilometers of range, 125 kilometers left to go. And we're doing good. So we'll catch up with you guys around the 25% mark, and we should be close to home, where I will charge it, because I don't have a level 2 charger at home. I just have a regular outlet, right? I don't personally own an EV, so this will give you a good forecast of what it would be to rent an EV, perhaps. So yeah, we'll just keep driving here. All right, we're at a charger. We had 13% battery life left, and now we've just plugged in. I'm using electric circuit. So here we are in Quebec. This is powered by Hydro-Quebec. And if you take a look over here, let's see if we can pick that up. So yeah, 13%. So 97 kilowatt. And it's charging. So we're connected. We'll see what it says inside the vehicle itself. Usually it gives you estimates and stuff about how it's plugged in. Okay. So my estimate to be plugged in is 1 hour and 9 minutes. It is currently 12:41. I don't think it's gonna take that long, to be honest. We're only gonna charge to about 80%, which is what usually you're recommended. So charging to 80% is what's being recommended. And in the meantime, there's so as far as charging, this does state it's capable of about 130 kilowatt charging speed. I'm plugged into a 180 kilowatt charger, so it'll be interesting to see. But from what I've looked into, usually about 100 kilowatts is what you get out of these vehicles, out of the Nissan Ariya. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I plan on just going grab something to eat, and then I'll come back in and check in. All right. And I'm back. I got to go grab a quick bite to eat. It actually charged, in my opinion, it charged pretty fast. I'm going to show you guys my phone right now. Let's see if we can spot this. So we are at 85%. And it cost about, let's see if I can get that on there. About $25, so $24.86 is where it's at right now. It's still charging, but you can see how there's a charging curve, but it's actually not that bad. Charging curve is, it went up to 100 right away, and then you can see it stayed around 90s, and now it's dropped down to 42 in the graph. So it's at 42 kilowatts, because as soon as you reach 80%, that's where it started dropping off. So we're probably gonna unplug that just to give you an idea of the range we're getting at 85% is 319 kilometers, which I'm actually quite happy with, given these circumstances. Now I am going to show you one thing that I did do prior to coming here. I say 10 minutes before coming here, I went in my settings, and let's flip it over. Settings, EV, down there, battery heater. So you can tell that the battery, I turned that on. So it uses a little bit more energy, but it just preps your battery for charging, right? So no, I don't really want that on anymore. So yeah. Anyways, I'll figure it out later. I don't think you can turn it off while it's charging, so it's still charging. But yeah, I mean, 30 Where did I toss my phone at? Okay. So yeah, it took about, I'd say like 45 minutes to get to 85%. So I don't know. I don't think that's too bad. Right now it's dropping drastically, so I'm going to stop it. I'm okay with above 300 range for what I need to do in the next few days. And it cost me about, I want to say half. Let me see, 300 kilometers. Usually get. So it cost me about, here gas prices in Quebec are pretty high. It's at $1.63 right now per liter. So for me to get about 300 kilometers, it would be about $40. So it cost me, well, to 80% it was about $20. So it cost me about half. Yeah, it cost me about half what it would cost me normally with my gas car, which is pretty cool. I get to save that money. And yeah, it took more time than it would filling up, but I mean, I was hungry. I didn't eat all day. So you got to plan around it, but it's pretty convenient. And if you're on a road trip, stopping every took me about 3 hours, I'd say. Every 3 hours is not a bad idea. So you guys let me know in the comments what you guys think. And again, I didn't show you too much of the car. I will show you more about it. This is just the first day we picked it up. So I will show you more about it once we get a full detailed review. So that'll be coming up next, all right? You guys take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps us a lot. We're a growing channel, very slowly growing channel. And we'll talk to you later.